Hello all. Thanks for stopping by to look at my work on e-will services. Currently, the legal department is the most document-oriented services in this age of digital transformation. The paperwork and maintenance of legal documentation hasn't changed over the years, and with the discovery of blockchain technologies, the sustainable argument of proving credibility and authenticity to legal documents is no more a challenge. Pega's integration capability and enhances security features on accessibility might work well as a perfect disruptor to legal services on demand. To illustrate this, one of the legal scenarios is taken: the creation and maintenance of will. In India, amongst the civil suit filed within the family, legal disputes around inheritance of the wealth is the second most common legal suit filed in India after divorce cases. The main reason attributed to the same is lack of a definite will drafted by property owners to be passed on to the legal inheritance. The reason for not drafting the will might be some of the below. Legal opinions and maintenance of will by known faces of lawyers are easy to compromise. Trust issues with the witness to open up the will and so on. If this scenario is undertaken as legal consultation as a service approach, the set of lawyers could be employed as part of the company to legally drafts will. The e-will is a developing concept in the countries like India, most of the European nations, and some parts of USA. The approach is gaining more attention across the globe too. The securing of the documents can be done by the company, and in case of will, the drafted contents could be secured in blockchain-enabled cloud ledgers like AWS Secure Key and Azure Key Vault, and so on. This idea forms the basis of my work on e-will services. EAS is a company involved in drafting and managing will to customers. Let's get into the demo. The application consists of 3 case types in e-will application, built on top of Enterprise EAS application. The register case type is for registering new members into securing will type. It also collects information about nominees, executors, signatory details, and the date when periodic review should happen. There is an option in the flow to select between drafted paper will and e-will, based on which the flow navigates to respective sub-process to continue. Once the information is collected, the signatory is received on the drafted will on the confirmed date by the witness and the notary, and the case is resolved. Upon resolution of the case, the next review date is stored in a separate data type, and based on the member ID and the next review date property, the review case is created through Job Scheduler. The review case type could be created through the Job Scheduler for cases where next review date is due on the current date, or through manually for addressing ad hoc changes to will. The review cases capture the changes to circumstance and captures the updated details of the member with respect to will. Similar to register, there are too many decisional routing in the flow, which will be dependent on the will change on circumstances, or changes in the mindset of the member. If on review, the member is known to be deceased, there is an option to create a read will case from the flow. The read will case type is created when the customer is deceased and the nominees are expected to be informed, the will being opened, read, and executed. The read will case type, similar to review case type, could be created automatically through an email. An email channel is configured to listen to incoming emails about notification of customer deceased. Member ID of the customer is then read, and then a case is created with the corresponding member details. Document attachment is verified for the death certificate copy for the executive to further process the case. The case resolved when the nominees are intimated, consulted, and informed of the will, and the notary has signed and completes the process. The solution adopts to App Studio principles. The UI, data model for the application and the case types were completely defined in App Studio. The application is built on generic ES application, which acts like a framework adhering to OOP principles. The case structure and data model is designed considering in mind the integration points for migrating and storing of secure data in blockchain ledger. And finally, the cases are segregated into register, review and read rule case types. Thank you.